Hello. Sorry about that. Was kind of checking some things and noticed it was already 8. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hola, mi gente. ¿Cómo están? Espero que todo bien. I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to be doing what I call a mini wreath. It's a small wreath that can also be used as a centerpiece. So it's a mini wreath centerpiece. And we're going to do our theme for today will be a spring theme, but if you follow the same steps with a different theme, meaning you just change up your ribbons, your mesh and flowers or whatever embellishments you're going to use, you can basically use the same method to make any kind of mini wreath centerpiece for any season, holiday, you name it. Special event, weddings, football, whatever works. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you what we're going to be using. But first and foremost, again, thank you for being here. And if this is your first time being here, please do subscribe to the channel, give thumbs up, share the link with your friends and family. Doing that helps our channel with all the algorithms for YouTube and all that. So it helps with the growth of the channel. And our goal for the first quarter is to reach 1,000 subscribers, which I think we're needing about 14 right now. So we're very close. Once we do that, so you know the reason for that first goal, or second, I think, because we had our first goal of 500 for last year. But the reason for it is because once we reach that, we'll be able to use the community discussion board, which I thought originally was 500 subscribers, but every time I try to go in to start that process, it gets, I get all these things that I guess it just doesn't work. So I've been doing some reading and I guess it's been up to 1,000. So that's what our goal is for, so that we can then have some discussions. You can help us with determining what to put in the channel, since we're trying to do some changes on the channel. We want to add on so that way it's not just wreaths and swags and garlands and things like that. We did some of the fake bakes. We want to continue that, but I've been asked to see about doing maybe some crocheting and adding back, which we did start at the beginning when we first started the channel. We're adding back some of the natural essentials where we show you how to make different things for home naturally with the essential oils and different things, some remedies even, so, with using herbs, natural herbs. So that way you don't have to worry about any junk being in the stuff, whether it's, toothpaste or deodorant or lotions, or, again, for healing, if you need like a syrup or a tincture and different things. So that's some of the things that we're planning on bringing back to the channel and some new things to add. But we want your votes, your choices as to what to bring in first for each of those categories, and then what under that as a division of you would like to see first. Because if it's fake bakes, you may want to see how we do the ice creams again, or you may want to see how we do the shakes, or how we do the candies, or whatever the case might be. Or if your choice would be more on the natural essential side, would you rather see tinctures first before we do any kind of moisturizers and things like that. So that is why we're wanting to go ahead and have that discussion board, because we want your votes. Another way you can vote, of course, is if you're part of the email. Hi, Miss Monica. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So another way would be for you to subscribe, if you haven't already done so, to the email list. And that would also allow you to chip in with regards to the voting, and also be in the know of any things that we may have coming up, or any sales or any shows we may have going on, if we're going to be out in different communities and so on. So that's another option as well. But our main thing for the communication and the voting for what's on the YouTube channel will mainly be in the discussion community board, which is why we have that 1,000 subscriber goal, which again, we just need 14 more. So do share the tutorials as you watch them. Invite your friends to come and join us and watch us live even. Don't always do thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Ask them to subscribe, and definitely click that little bell so you'll be notified when we're on. So without further ado, gonna go ahead and show you here. I have this little, it's a mini wreath. And this one I got, it's the Old Time Pottery. See if you can actually see that from there. I don't know. Let me get it a little bit closer. So I got it at Old Time Pottery, and it's 12-inch wreath with 66 tips. And I've got a couple of these because usually at the end of each season or close to the end of each season, they start doing discounts. So I would usually wait until right after the season or the holiday and go check out what's on sale. So this was originally just $3 and it was half off. So I only paid $1.50 for that. So if you have an old time pottery in your area, and you're a creative and it's something that you do on a regular basis, this might be one place to go. One of the many places to go to make sure that you can get some supplies for less. So that way your cost is less, and hopefully you can pass that on to your customers if you're selling it, or if you're doing it for gifting or donations and different things, you know, that way it won't cost you as much to get the supplies that you need. So that was an Old Time Pottery. And again, originally priced at $3 for the 12-inch, which is not bad. But then at the 50% discount, it was $1.50 for that. So they also had garlands, same scenario. Whatever the price was, they were all at 50% off. And the same ones with the same kind of stems. They had the 9x6, and they also had 9x10, which is the wider one, on sale. So check them out if you do those type of things. Pretty much everything Christmas is on sale everywhere, so stock up for next year. So we're going to be using that, and of course we're going to be using some ribbons, which I've already cut. So we have our main ribbon with the Hello Spring. So we're going to be using that. We're using 3 different ribbons. Then I have this one to kind of match with some of the colors from our little truck. And then we have some yellow with some of the same colors in the middle. Hello, yellow. So we have some flowers, and these flowers somewhat match what's on our truck. The truck has these pink flowers, and I'll show you in the other angle as well. So we'll be able to see that a little bit better. And we have some white flowers as well, that depending on how full our mini wreath is, we may or may not use it, but we have some little ones that are the same kind of flowers, but they're all white with a little bit of yellow in the middle. Ah, glad you like them. I thought they were. So before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and show you the mesh as well. So I have it here on the roller, but I went ahead and cut them already to kind of save us some time. And I cut these in 10-inch. They're in 10 inches in length. Well, I guess it becomes a square since it's a 10-yard roll. So 10 by 10. So we have those cut, and I cut out, I think I cut 16 or 15, something like that, because I want to make it as a square. And then I cut some extras that I've already folded up, and I'll show you how I did that to kind of help give it that square but still a rounded look. So we'll work on that. Let's see, what else will we need? We got our ribbons, our flowers, our mesh, our mini wreath base. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And of course, we're going to need scissors. You're going to need the rotary cutter for cutting your mesh. And for the flowers, you're going to need a wire cutter. So that way we can cut those. And then you need some hot glue and a hot glue skillet or your hot glue gun. And then we can get our project going. So I'm going to move some stuff around, and we can get going here. Make sure this is not going to ring. And let's switch our view. So you'll still be able to see me to the one of your corners on your screen, and then you'll have the top view so we can see the top of the table. So you can see all the wonderful goodies we have here on the table. So I'll move our ribbons. And this set I actually put to the side because I've already done the dovetailing on the others. And in case we have any new folks joining us that may not know how to do the dovetailing, I want to make sure I do that with you. So we just put our ribbon, once we cut them and we have them to the length we want, we just put them on top of each other and we're going to fold over. And then the side that you have folded is where you're going to be cutting from, and you're going to go towards your corner. So you're going to cut at an angle towards that corner, and that'll give you that dovetail. Okay, so we'll do that again. On the other side, we're folding, and then we're going to cut diagonal towards that corner, and we'll have that dovetail. So that's how we do that. Now, you don't have to dovetail your ribbons. That is definitely a preference, and depending on the look that you want. But I always wanted to show you that. So another thing I've done, I use the forgot what the name of these are. Perfect tails is what they're called. But I use these to kind of help me at cutting the ribbon, because then I could wrap the ribbon around and around until I get however many I need, how many pieces. And I used a 12-inch cut this time. Usually for a smaller mini wreath, I may go down to the 10, but I used a 12-inch. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that so you know what cut I used for the ribbon. So we did 12 inches. You could also use your cutting board or ruler, whatever you have available. So we're going to go ahead and start with, and I'll undo this so that you'll be able to see what I did. So we have our cut here, 10 inches. We're going to kind of turn it so it'll be like a little diamond, and we're going to pull just a little bit so that the other corners will come to the middle. And then we're just going to scrunch it in. So this basically will look like petals, maybe flames, depending on how you do it. But this is how we normally do the flame look on some of our minis. But these are also the way that the petals are done when you do flower kind of wreaths. So we're going to be doing this. And just to let you know, on this, of course, we always have to open it up. So I did the long ones and short ones, and I kind of tried to alternate because it's got like 5 different sets of stems. So I did one set of stems all the way down to kind of give us the rounded look, so it'll be fuller. And then I just lifted all the other ones up. So we're going to just pick a spot to start shaping. We're going to shape as we go. And I'm just going to go in between 2 stems, just like we normally would on a regular wreath. We're going to pull, pull, pull to make sure it's nice and tight, and then give it one twist. And we're going to have our set of leaves or petals on here. And this is mainly just to give it a shape. So you can decide if you want to keep the rounded look, you may want to just go with the curl look, which we'll be doing next, instead of doing these petals. I am doing this because I want to start out with like a square look, and you'll see here in a second. So I'm just going to go directly across from it. To cut the mesh, I use my rotary cutter. I use Fiskars. Guess I need to go up with it so you can see. But that's what I use for cutting the mesh. And it has a little thing to pull it down. And it's got a little lock on it, so you could always bring it back in for safety. Good questions, as always. Okay. So this mesh also I wanted to share, because this is a very different mesh, and I got this at Joann. I meant to share that earlier. Joann's fabric store, and I got it. I'm trying to think when I got it, because I think it was last year when they were at the end of the season, to be honest. And it was the same scenario. They had a whole baskets in the front, on the outside, with different things that they were putting on sale. And I think I only paid like $3 for this as well. But this one is, and I forgot what the name of that other material is, but it's got like a little bit of that poly deco. But if you can see these little white lines, they're actually like a cotton kind of yarn that's woven into it. And we have the poly deco, so it's like a mixture, and it's very soft. It's not the usual hard, stiff um, spraying kind. It's very soft to the touch. Ah, the fraying, yes. I think it's because of the type of mesh. This type of mesh usually, they have it usually for like 12 bucks just for the 10-yard one. But I got lucky. Was looking for something and they had them outside in different colors. And I only paid $3, which I was happy for because these are very soft. They're not the usual deco mesh kind, and it's kind of woven in with cotton throughout. So everywhere where you see the lighter color, the white color, and even in between here, it's got like a cottony kind of yarn that they've woven into the deco mesh, and that's making it a lot softer. And I think that's what's helping with the fraying, because no fraying thus far. Yes. Check out Joann's if there is some in your area. I don't know. I hope there is. Let's see. We'll decide which one we're gonna do. Okay, so pull, 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 and twist. And we're gonna go to the other side. Find the two we're going to use. All right. So you can see how it's kind of taking shape. And then at the end, what we'll do, we'll lift some of these to add some of those greenery back in if we need to. Because we're going to be adding a lot of stuff on here. But this starts giving it somewhat of the shape that we want. And what's wonderful is you can move these however you need to give it the look you want. Alrighty, so that's our start. And then these that I already have cut, we're going to roll to do our curls. So for the curl, we just basically roll it in the same way that it wants to go. You could do it by hand, or you can use, when you have a roller that you've already used up, save the roll. That helps also with rolling. Oh, you love it already. Oh, so glad, so glad. Okay, so this we're just going to fold in half, basically, so we'll know where our middle is. And then we're going to pick another set of stems to fill it in. Same process. We're going to pull nice and tight and twist. And then this will be able to bring on up. And with this one being as thick as it is, we may not need all of it. So I'm going to show you how to curl it with the roll, your mesh roll. So you just basically put it in place and just hold it at the ends and you start rolling with that. Sometimes that may make it easier. I know sometimes it makes it easier for me as well. So whatever works best for you. Okay, so I started that right in the middle of where the petals were. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Make sure I don't use the same stems. Pick up another two. Now, the wonderful thing with this method is that you don't have to go too crazy with figuring out, well, which one do I use? Because all this greenery is going to be everywhere, which is what we want because it's for spring. And then we can adjust it as needed based on the look we want. Okay, going to our middle. Get another two. Not the same ones. That's the only trick I'm going to suggest, just because we still have more stuff to put on. Okay. Not that set, not that set. So we'll use this set. Oops. Oh, I just got that cut in there. There we go. Pull and twist. I think we got it all the way around. So that's how it looks so far. So the tough decision would be, do we want to add some more because we do have more spacing? My suggestion for that would be no. You don't want it too full to where you can't use it as a centerpiece if you want to put, for example, a candle in the middle. Okay, so we want to make sure that it's not too full, but we do want the different style of the petals and the curls to be around, so that way you can have different patterns. Okay, hope that makes sense. If not, let me know. So from here, now we get to add our ribbons. So I decided to use this as our main ribbon. And I cut some extra because I have another project I'm going to use those for. Okay, and then we're going to be alternating these. So you always have this one, and then you're going to go this one, and then you're going to go to this one. So we're going to be alternating. Okay, so your main ribbon, in this case, I'm putting it on top. We're going to find our middle. And we're going to go to the spot where we did our first set of petals. Undo the twist and drop them on in. Then we're going to make it tight again. Oops, I put that upside down. I don't want that. Hold on. Let me switch that. We want to make sure we can read the letters. Hello, spring. Okay, there we go. So in this case, I am not going to be moving some up or down. I'm just going to let it be however it falls, because we're going to be alternating. And we just want some of the pinks and the greens and everything to mix in. Okay, so now we go to our yellow. And then we can change things as we need to. We can curl. Little birdie flying away. Okay. Where's my little petal? There we go. Okay. Let's see some of that yellow. Hello, yellow. I hope if I center that. I know this is a different look. Don't worry, it'll still work. Got the skillet warming up, getting it ready for the flowers, and I'm already feeling the heat. It's just, it is hot. I tried turning on the fan. I did a test the other day with the fan, but every time I turn on the fan I have in here, it picks up the noise from this fan, even though it's a fairly quiet fan, for some reason you could see the audio capture moving, like it was picking it up. So I was concerned that if I have it on, you may not be able to hear me, only the fan. We didn't want that. Alrighty, that's it so far. So we're going to add some more now in the middle, and then we're going to do our usual full curling to make it pop up a little bit more, so we can have more of that color, because we still have our flowers to put in. And then we'll lift up some of the green. Curl. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna do a little twist on these, so we can have in different angles and spread more of the color. So now we have more of the colors coming throughout. And then we can move our green stems to spread some of that green around, and we'll do our flowers. And if you notice, I am moving the ribbons so we can spread the colors out. So we're alternating still. Take this one out a little bit more. I think I like that better. Okay, so all I'm doing is grabbing the two from each side and just pulling apart so we can see more of the color. I think I like that a little bit better. It's not so hidden. No, no hiding. And I like using the thought of thinking of a square. It kind of helps with determining. Oh, thank you, Monica. Determining what to cut for your ribbons and your mesh and all of that. But it still makes it nice and full without going too crazy. All right, did I get them all out? So I can get back to the middle. All right, I think I ended. Okay, so we'll be in this one. Ooh. Oh, look, they cheated. See if we can see that. It's like two, it's like it was cut and they combined it together. You see that there? I don't know if you can see that too well on the camera. Maybe from the other side. There's like a little combination right there, like they combined two different ribbons. So that don't look pretty. We're gonna put it to the side. I told my husband I was gonna try to cut some of the materials, you know, what we're gonna be using ahead of time to save us some time, you know, because I know time is precious. I don't want to keep you here for an hour and a half. for 2 hours just because I didn't cut things ahead of time. So sometimes it's just nice to show the full steps. All right, I think I got them all. Got one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, one more. And we're gonna go to yellow. Alrighty. So nice and simple. Not a whole lot of fuss. You could even with this still do to make your petals stand out. If you want that to stand out more, you can have the middle curls to be in different color mesh. I mentioned earlier about you can do different themes, so you can decide what themes you may want to do it for, and then pick your ribbons and your mesh according to that. So here we go with the others. We want more color. I think I might, let's see, we'll try it. I think I might just want to put flowers there instead of the way I was originally planning. Don't want too many ribbons. You still can, I guess. I'll start alternating these. Oh, I can hear the skillet. I think it's ready. Ready for us to do some flowers. I need to stop playing around. Changing stuff. All right, so now I'm just going in between the petals and adding more of the ribbons so that we can have more of the colors spread around. And we skip, there should be another spot right there. Guess the flowers are ready to come into action. Okay. Okay, so there it is. Easy peasy. So now we get to add our flowers. I'm going to start clipping these. Away. Now these I got at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I know it's no longer just $1, but I did get these when it was still $1. So I'm going to move our petals, our leaves rather, towards our petals, our little flowers. Ah, thanks, Monica. So glad you like it. I like doing different things, different methods To me, there's just no wrong way of making one, really. I don't see how we could. Mesh is so forgiving. So I am just pulling these, or pushing and pulling, so that they'll be closer to the flowers. I find it gives it a much better look that way. So the greenery is closer. And then we are going to cut just maybe about an inch or two. And then we can adjust from there. I don't like cutting them too long, because I know I'll still have to cut some more just to get them off of the big stem. And these you can save and do other projects. If you've seen in some of my other videos, you can make your own little other flowers or do different stems. So what I like to do here is actually give the end a little curve, just kind of curl it, and that'll help if you need it to kind of tie it on to your stems. Okay, so in this case I think I have plenty, so I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter and then give it a little curl. And you can use the same cutter, just don't squeeze too much so I won't cut it again for you. And I'll show you that little curl. Okay, so it should look like that, and that just kind of helps to kind of get it in there. You know, get it cut in there, or caught. See my accent, that's Spanglish. So that way you can put the glue in and then tie it in. You'll be able to put the stem even around that, and that just gives it extra security. So then what we're going to do is pick where we want our flowers. Okay, so we're thinking of using this as a centerpiece as well. So again, we don't want to put too much in the middle. We should still be able to get that like a candle or base with flowers, whatever we want. We still have the space in there, and then these will just kind of hug that candle, or you know, on your glass or your vase. So that'll still add to that. So we can add around here, so we can then even have some of that color towards the whatever we're going to put in the center. Okay, so I'm going to be curling all of these. This one doesn't need to be cut. So, and then we're going to go into our skillet, get the glue, and put them in there. We can pick where we want them. Okay, still curling. Well, we can get them all done instead of doing one at a time. And one more. Okay, I can curl this one without cutting it. Well, maybe I should have cut it. The wire came out. Sorry, I didn't notice I wasn't on the camera when I did that. Let me go ahead and cut it and show that again. Okay, so I'm just grabbing right on the edge and just curling down, so that curls your tip. Alrighty, now I got these as well, and I thought I might add some white, but I don't think I want any more white on there, because we have plenty of white just coming out of the mesh and some from the ribbon. So we're going to stick with just the pink. Now this pink has some of the yellow and the white already on there as well. So we have a variety of the colors. All right. So we find the spots we wanted, and we got how many? That's perfect, I think. So we'll have the 4 for where the petals are, and then we can pick 2 in the middle. So let's go to our petals. We'll do those first to make sure we get them all. And I'm just going to reach back here to get the glue on here. So just moving the petals and the leaves out of the way. Don't want that in the glue. Just the spiders. Okay. And we're going to go right onto where the stems are and wrap around. We're going to have our stems. And between that and the glue, it should be good to go. So that's how it'll look from the side. Okay. Let's go to our other petal. Do the same thing. Okay. Got some glue on me. So I learned a secret with the glue. So to not burn yourself, if you're using a skillet, I think I have mine at 275. Is it 200? 200. So it gets it heated up enough to where it melts and you can get it on your items and still be able to glue things. But when you get it on like I just did, it's not like, I got burned. So in case you use the skillet, that's a wonderful way of saving your fingers in case you're like me and end up getting it on you on a regular basis. Okay, just putting it in there and wrapping around the stem and just nestling it right in between. Kind of give it a little push in there and get rid of the spiders. See, more glue. Didn't even feel it until I touched it on my finger. Okay, last stem. Let's see, petal, petal, petal. Okay, there's our petal. And then we'll just have the two in the middle to add some of that same color pop. And we'll be done. Spider, spider. Okay. Alrighty. So now that we have that, we're going to look here in our middle where we don't have a flower. And we can try to do it that way so we can scatter it around. We can have more of a pop. And we're going to do that where we actually have the curl with the ribbons. And all I'm doing with the flower is just getting that hook around the stem and then folding that stem over it and then putting the other one around so we can push it on in there and you'll have the extra help from the stems to keep the flower in there, not just the glue. So in case of any accidental tugs, you have a little bit more of support for your flower. Trying to know where I'm at. Okay. Go to our other curl on this side and put one on here. Should be, let's see. Hmm. Alrighty. Well, there it is. So can we imagine a candle? Oh, let's see what I can do. It's not Valentine's yet. Hold on. I still don't know what the fascination is with these, but our spring wreath just became a Valentine's Day wreath. Ta-da! Just to kind of give you an idea with the center, for the centerpiece. Cute enough, huh? And that's it. We're done. That took us, what, about 30 minutes? You know, taking away all of my talking. So cute. So see, even the spring one can become a Valentine's Day. But you could put a candle in the middle. But let me go ahead and show you what it looks like from the sides. Kind of turning it over a little bit so you can see the angle. And of course, that's a mini wreath. So now with everything on here, let's see, we are at 19 inches. Thank you, Monica. So 19 inches. So we went from a 12-inch wreath, mini wreath, to 19 inches once we added this in. So it could still be put on a door if we want. And that is it. Quick and easy. And then for any other occasion or season, holiday, event, special event, just change out your ribbons and flowers or the colors of your mesh. And you could do the same thing for all of those occasions. So, yay! All right. So, again, if you like this tutorial, please do give thumbs up. Share the link with friends and family. Ask them to join, to subscribe, rather, because I know join is something else. We're not doing that just yet. So that'll help our, the algorithms of the channel and helps our channel grow, which is our goal is to reach 1,000 hopefully within the first quarter of the year. We're already towards the end of January, so 2 months to go to get 14 people. So I believe we can make that. So with your help, I know we can. So share the link through social media. Invite others to come and watch live to join us, and we can get to that number and we can start doing our discussions and so that we can prep for where we want the channel to go for the year. We want your input, so don't forget to do that. Subscribe, and also if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the email list, because that's another way to get some information as we have things going on. And I promise I don't bombard your email, because I don't send them all the time. I don't like it when I get an email like 2-3 times a week from the same company or whatnot offering me stuff. So I won't do that to you. But until next time, if you do make this or make something similar, if you got any ideas, and please take some pictures, share it with us on social media. We're gonna go ahead and change the view so that you can see me better while I'm talking. Share it with us on social media. Tag us on it so we can be able to pull it up and see all the new creations that have been made out there. We just love to see all the pretties being shared around. So until next time, continue to create, stay safe, stay liquid, stay blessed. Bye-bye.